Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. We got the Fleetwood Taos opened up again. We're getting ready to set it up for my first year of camping with it. Let's go ahead and roll the video.
Welcome to my channel.
Alright, for those of you that are new to my channel, this is my 2004 Fleetwood Taos. I bought this for $1,700 last year. I did a few upgrades on it. I slept in it once last fall before I closed it up, but I haven't taken it on its first trip. I opened it up yesterday for the first time. Survived the winter, no mouse holes, a little musty smelling in there. I don't have any leaks or anything, but last week I actually sealed up the roof on it. I did a video for that. Go ahead and check it out. Today we're going to be going through the camper. I got a bunch of stuff for it over winter. I'm actually making a slight modification now to the door because I've always had an issue with getting the storm door lined up. All right, I had started on this project last night, but there used to be two wing nuts, plastic wing nuts mounted here for the storm door. They never lined up right. I would open up this is opened up as far as it would go. I would always have to take my hand and push the hood up of the camper as high as I could. And I'm always afraid I'm gonna break something too. This is almost a 20-year-old camper. So what I did now, I bought some new hardware and I'll show you what I got. Actually, these things, I ended up getting these off of Amazon. I can't remember how much, but there was like 10 of them in a bag, so you got spares. But they came with the bolts. Unfortunately, the bolts were only 1.5 inches. These are a 1/4 inch bolt, 1.5 inches long, coarse thread. But basically what I did is I drilled a small enough hole and then I sealed it with silicone out here so I don't have any leak issues. But this will make it a lot easier for me to install the storm door on here. And like I said, these basically just screw right on here. It'll make it a lot more simple. Should be a lot more durable. I may go ahead and throw another bolt or something in there just to hold it on there a little tighter. I don't think I have to worry about this coming back out once the silicone dries though. Plus we're not really tightening it down that much. It's just enough to hold the storm door. Well, basically this is what I do. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get some 1/4 inch nuts probably for the other side to hold the hardware in. But for now we got these on here. I'm gonna need some bigger washers back there, but you get the basic idea of what I'm doing with the door. A lot easier when I had, you can see where the old hole was before. I really had a hard time getting the hardware on there, folks. And I know you can try leveling the camper and doing all this stuff. It just never really worked for me. No matter how hard I tried to level the camper and stabilize it, it didn't work. All right, I picked this up off of Etsy. I thought this was pretty cool. Of course, I got it personalized with our name. And this came from Etsy, a shop called The Outside Girl. Go ahead and check her out for your custom decals. Probably will do them for everything, even if it's not just for your camper. But she sends you this, actually, her business card is actually the application card too for squeegeeing it on, and an alcohol pad. I'll use a couple of those and we'll put those on now. All right, they came out pretty nice. It was a nice touch to personalize our camper. All right, let's go to the next thing I plan on changing. This next part's probably the most important part of camping, honestly, other than having a place to stay. No camping trip would be complete without something to cook food on. My Royal Gourmet skillet and grill. And of course, all my utensils for camping. Got to have the green Solo cups to go with the green camper. And of course, my fancy towels, hand towels I picked up from a local person. And this is the closest I'm getting to glamping, folks. Bringing a Keurig on the camping trip. Can't live without my coffee. Definitely like using my Keurigs. All right, one of the upgrades I'm actually making this year, I guess you can call it an upgrade. It's going to make it look a lot nicer. I got these Eclipse blackout curtains. The original curtains of the camper are from 2004, folks. 2003 is probably when they were actually made. Pretty old, pretty dingy. If you watched any of my videos from last year, they had quite a few holes and stuff starting in them, and I really didn't like the looks of them anyway. Kind of blah looking, that color. I definitely like these. These are a regular blackout curtain that you would use in your house. I got them from Walmart, pretty cheap. Bought quite a few sets of the same size. I'm actually going to be using curtain rods. I have these are 48 to 84 inch decorative curtain rods like you'd use in your house. I got 3 of those, and I got one shorter one that's 28 to 48 inches I'm going to use for the side window over here. But normally you can't hang them up in here like that, but these are from Etsy, another nice product I found on Etsy. Somebody 3D printed these. I bought a box of 10 of them. They're a curtain rod holder for your camper. And basically these things here will clip on up top on your rail, and then you can use an actual curtain rod. I thought this was a pretty good idea. It gave me more options for curtains. These curtains are a lot brighter. They'll look a lot better with the seat covers that I redid last year. Check out that video. But they'll look a lot nicer in here with everything I have. And of course, I got some nice carpets. These are just like bath carpets, folks. I picked them up cheap. I'm working on some of this other stuff in here too, like sheets and everything. You should definitely have no issue sleeping in this camper now. It is very dark in here. These curtains are awesome though. I say they look a lot nicer than the ones that were already in here. Of course they're new, but they're a lot darker. They definitely match the colors a lot better in his camper. And a lot more privacy. But very nice addition. But I got one more thing I gotta add. I still gotta use that space right there. I got this box that fits absolutely perfect in this corner here. Since the kitchen was already gone when I bought this camper, this thing fits about as tight and as perfect as you could possibly get it, the way I had it set up, almost like I planned it. The lid, lid's a little tight in there, but what's nice is this gives us a couple more places to sit. It also is a good spot where I can store my sheets and pillows. But here's one last look of how I have it set up for now, other than putting the sheets on the bed. This is pretty much all I got to do to the interior on this thing though. I may redo the lights at some point, but alright, that's pretty much it for this episode of working on my camper. I've got another video I know I'm going to be working on soon. This one's actually going to be a rebuild project, a part of the camper that needs to be replaced before my first trip. If anybody has any questions or ideas for me to work on this camper before I take it out on its first voyage this year, I hope you like this video. I hope you subscribe if you haven't been here before. I hope you continue to subscribe. I also do motorcycle and car and truck related content. Pretty much anything with wheels, I like to work on it, or tools. But thanks for dropping by. Bye for now.